welcome back to my channel. Today I am back to do some Halloween treats. I did 3 of them and they all came out super yummy and in my opinion super cute. This is my second Halloween themed video. The first was DIY Halloween decor, so if you haven't seen that video yet, be sure to click right here to check that out. You can do that now or there'll be another link at the end of the video. And if you're not already subscribed, then be sure to do that because I have a couple of more Halloween inspired videos coming before the actual night of Halloween. I'm very excited. Halloween is by far my favorite holiday/season. But let's go ahead and get started. The first treat are these adorable little pumpkin shaped pretzels. I think that they're so cute and I personally love chocolate covered pretzels, so I think this is a fun spin on something that I believe a lot of people like. To make these, you're going to need a baking sheet. You're also going to need wax paper, pretzels, orange melting chocolate, M&Ms, a microwave safe bowl, and a fork. So the first thing you're going to do is prep your baking sheet by laying some wax paper on top of it. And then the other thing that we kind of have to prep are the M&Ms. You're going to need to pick out the green M&Ms, which is slightly tedious. This next step I found to be the hardest thing ever. You have to cut the M&Ms in half, and I kept cutting them and they would break into 3 pieces instead of 2 pieces, or the green candy would fall off and it would just be a little brown nub. So the thing that I found worked best is if I just went for it, like if I just got that knife and made a quick clean cut instead of trying to saw it or slowly press it down. It's just better to go whack without your fingers in there, and more times or not that worked out. I got 2 clean cuts. So we're going to set all of that aside and start melting our chocolate. So I'm pouring the chocolate pieces into a microwave safe bowl. You're going to stick it in your microwave for 30 seconds at a time. Keep taking it out and stirring it, pop it in for another 30 seconds, take it out again and stir it until your chocolate is 100% melted. Now it's time to assemble these bad boys. You're going to get a pretzel, throw it into the melted chocolate, and the technique that I found worked best is if I got a fork, scooped out the pretzel, and then I would bang the fork on the side of the glass so all that chocolate or all the excess chocolate would kind of drip down. Then I would get a knife and slide it off of the fork so that it landed nice and neatly on the wax paper. Once you get a couple of those going before the chocolate sets, you want to get your little green M&Ms, which are going to be our stems, and stick those right in the middle. And that's it, you're good to go. If you're like me and you're in a little bit of a hurry always, then you can stick these in the refrigerator for probably like 20-30 minutes and they'll come out good to go. Next up are these cute little ghost bananas. For this recipe, you're going to need a baking sheet, and you're also going to need wax paper again. You're going to need mini chocolate chips, popsicle sticks, white melting chocolate, and of course bananas. So same thing, prep your space, lay down your wax paper on top of your baking sheet and set that aside. Then I went ahead and chopped my bananas into fourths. I did make one error while I was doing this project, and I froze the bananas prior because I thought it would hold the popsicle stick better and just hold up better when I put chocolate on top. That was a horrible idea. Do not freeze your bananas. It made the peels like really hard to take off. It was kind of still sticking to the banana. It was just a mess. So don't freeze your bananas, but do chop them into fourths or quarters. Once you have your bananas into quarters, you're going to insert a popsicle stick. Definitely put it a little bit farther than you think you need to because bananas aren't exactly the sturdiest of fruits. Same thing as before, you're going to take your white melting chocolate, stick it in a microwave safe bowl, pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Take it out, stir it, pop it back in, take it out, stir it, and keep repeating that process until you have melted chocolate. Now the whole tapping technique doesn't really work for the bananas, so I just kind of got a popsicle stick and smeared it to make it as smooth as possible on top. I didn't really like dip the bananas. Now before the chocolate sets, you're going to want to get 2 mini chocolate chips and stick them on as eyes. I have seen some alternative versions on Pinterest where they use a whole chocolate chip as a little ghost mouth, so it's kind of like going like that, but I like it without the mouth. And you can stick those in the fridge as well if you want them to set a little bit faster. Leave them in there for about 30 minutes so that the chocolate can set, and then you can peel them off the wax paper and present them. I thought they were super cute to be presented above a batch of cookies because it looked like the ghosts were coming out of the cookies. I don't know. This is just where my head goes. This last recipe was by far my favorite, most delicious ever. I probably would have eaten them all, but thankfully I found a group of people who were willing to take them off my hands. I really enjoy caramel apples, candy apples, chocolate covered apples. I love that whole thing. The problem is I don't really like having a huge apple. It's kind of hard to get around and to eat, and it gets sticky and messy. So I think this is a great alternative, and it just makes a lot more options available. So I didn't use a baking sheet for this recipe, but I kept setting things on top of there, so that's why that's there. But you are going to need some kind of melting chocolate. You can really pick any color. I went ahead and stuck with the white that I had, and then I melted down some of the chocolate chips, the mini chocolate chips that I had. Those are the two colors I decided to go with. I also used some popsicle sticks. You're going to need apples. I prefer like the green Granny Smith apples, but go with whatever your taste preference is. And then you can pretty much add whatever you want. From this point forward, I decided to go with peanut butter, Reese's Pieces candy, some Whoppers, those are my favorites, and peanuts. But again, you can choose any variety of nuts, any variety of candy. This one gives you a lot more room for creativity. And then I don't have a fancy popsicle holder or like a cake pop holder, so I googled it and I found that you could use an egg carton. A styrofoam egg carton is even better. It worked so perfect. So to start, I wanted to prep everything. I melted up my chocolate. I went ahead and crushed the Whoppers with a hammer. I crushed the peanuts with a hammer. I pulled out some Reese's Pieces, and I just wanted everything on the counter so I could grab it really quickly, and this was just like my little workstation. When you're ready, go ahead and chop up your apples. I chopped mine into eighths, so I chopped it into 4 pieces, and then I went ahead and chopped those even smaller. So one apple is going to get you 8 pieces. And then I did kind of clean out the part where the core of the apple would have been, so you're just getting a clean bite. There's not going to be any extra apple left over. Go ahead and insert the popsicle stick into the bottom of the apple, probably about halfway through. And now the fun part, you get to decorate. You can pick any combination that you want. Some of these I went ahead and layered peanut butter, and then I put white chocolate on top, and then I just threw a bunch of nuts on there and candy, and these were almost as fun to make as they were to eat. This is one where you can definitely get the kids involved too, because there really is no rhyme or reason to how you decorate these. The messier they look, it's almost like the more put together they look. You can have the kids go ahead and sprinkle the peanuts everywhere, stuff like that, and I just think that they are so pretty, and I don't know if I've said it, I probably said it 50 times, and say it one more time. They are delicious. They're so good. They're so good. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I really hope that you like it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know some feedback down below. Let me know if you like Halloween videos so I know to continue to do them. Let me know if you like recipe videos or snack videos in general, because even when it's not Halloween, I'm sure I can come up with some yummy treats that we would all enjoy together. If you do decide to make these, I would love to hear from you. You can send me pictures on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat. All of the information on where you can find me on those social media websites is down in the description. I'm also going to go ahead and stick a list of ingredients and some general instructions down there, just in case, that way you don't have to keep like rewinding and pausing the video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!